The following is transcribed.
Welcome to Condensed Bat-Supe. Now with 66% fewer superheroes than our regular podcast, which makes Condensed Bat-Supe even less nutritious, but still just as delicious. We're featuring episodes of the adventures of Superman without the caped crusaders. Tie on your capes for lots of wrapping up, plenty of setting up, and tragic backstory galore. In this edition of Condensed Bat-Supe, as the Knights of the White Carnation receive their just desserts and find out that justice hurts, we begin a brand new story as Superman begins searching for the man without a face. In this episode, originally broadcast on March 18th, 1947.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents The Adventures of Superman. As Superman corrals the Knights of the White Carnation, Metropolis murderous bigots, another dangerous adventure of international significance looms on his horizon.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal, Dan McCullough. Say, have you started your new collection yet? Well, if you haven't, you better get busy. This new collection Kellogg's Pep has for you is a honey. A special He-Man one for the boys, but more of that later, because first I want to tell you girls what a wonderful surprise is in store for you. It's a shiny silver-like charm bracelet and 12 different charms to go with it. This bracelet is a peach, and here's how you get it. Now, you better get a pencil and paper because you don't want to miss any of this. For the bracelet only, you send one box stop from Super Delicious Pep and 10 cents, that's a dime in cash, to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's for the bracelet only. But, of course, you'll want some charms to start with. And there are 12 shiny, small-scale models of a trolley car, a piano, a cuckoo clock, a locomotive, a violin, and a telephone, among others. Now, this is a get-acquainted offer, you know, and with your first order, you'll get a printed slip with the names and the pictures of all the 12 charms. And you can check them off as you order them until your collection is complete. Now, here's how to get started on your charm collection. For each of the charms, send one box stop from Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, and one dime, plus the names of the charms you want, to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's one dime and one Pep box stop for each of the charms, and one dime and one Pep box stop for the charm bracelet. But just be sure and get that address right. It's Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. And remember to print your own name and address clearly on your orders. Now, in just a few minutes, I'll give you boys the dope on your collection, so stick around. And
now, The Adventures of Superman. After Superman had rescued cub reporter Jimmy Olsen and Jack Wilson from the murderous agents of the Knights of the White Carnation, he resumed his guise of Clark Kent and accompanied District Attorney Agnew to the home of Vincent Kirby, the wealthy and aristocratic leader of the hate spreaders. A meeting of the rabble-rousers was taking place in Kirby's library, but just as Kent and Agnew were about to enter the room, a henchman of Kirby's slipped up behind them and jabbed 2 guns at their backs. Unable to extricate himself and Agnew from their dangerous predicament without revealing his identity as Superman, Kent stands still, his mind racing desperately, as Vincent Kirby approaches them from the library. Listen.
Well, if it isn't my old friend, the district attorney.
Tell your stooge to put his guns down, Kirby.
I think not, Agnew. Who is this other fool with you?
My name is Clark Kent, Mr. Kirby.
Clark Kent, eh?
Yes.
Well, I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. You know, you've been making rather a nuisance of yourself, Mr. Kent.
Really? Well, listen, Mr. Kirby. Hold it, Kent. You listen to me, Kirby. We know all about you and your rotten Knights of the White Carnation.
Really?
Yes. We know you had Charles Canfield murdered because he was going to expose you. And we know that you framed those high school basketball players on gambling charges in order to spread race hatred in our schools.
You seem to know a great deal, Agnew. Too much, in fact.
Now tell your gorilla to put his guns down, because for your information, my men have your house surrounded.
So I understand. I suggest that you tell them you made a mistake and send them away.
Fat chance.
What do you take me for, a fool?
Look here, Agnew. You think you're going to take me, Vincent Kirby, to jail like a common criminal? I'll send your men away, I tell you, and then...
Then you'll take care of us, is that it?
Yes, of you and of all who dare to stand in my way.
Holy smokes, this guy is crazy, Kent.
Of course he is. Better do as he says, Mr. Agnew. What? Send your men away and leave this to me.
Agnew, this is your last chance. Will you send them away?
No.
Please, Mr. Agnew.
All right, Craig, shoot them.
Not today, Kirby.
As Vincent Kirby shouts his hysterical order to shoot, Clark Kent raises his foot and crashes it down with all his superhuman strength, opening a great gaping hole in the floor into which he, District Attorney Agnew, Kirby, and the gunman fall. Down into the dark basement they plunge wildly as Kent, working with the speed of light, resumes his true identity of Superman. Reaching the floor first, he breaks Agnew's fall.
What happened? Kent, where are you?
Kent's okay, Mr. Agnew, and everything's under control. I'm taking over now.
What happened?
Who are you? I can't see you.
Superman.
Superman!
Superman, let me out of here.
I'll cool Mr. Kirby off for you like this.
Oh.
That'll hold him until you get him to headquarters.
Wait, there was another one, the gunman.
The fall knocked him out. All right, let's go up for those other White Carnation rats, and your men can take over from there. Up we go. Up!
This is your Daily Planet news reporter bringing you the latest news of the day. Vincent Kirby, prominent businessman, and 6 other well-known metropolis citizens were captured today by District Attorney Agnew in a raid on Kirby's home. Kirby and his cohorts, now lodged in the city jail, are accused by the District Attorney of murder, abduction, and conspiracy to spread race hatred and violence in the city's schools, and are scheduled for trial early next week.
Vincent Kirby, stand up. You've heard the verdict of the jury, finding you guilty on the 3 counts of murder, abduction, and conspiracy to incite riots. Have you anything to say?
It's not true. I was only trying to purify America, to make it free of foreigners.
In doing what you did, Kirby, you committed crimes not only against humanity, but also against American democracy. Only the bigot and the demagogue, the creature whose own mind and heart is twisted and poisoned, stoops to such practices in order to corrupt his countrymen. He's like a vicious rattlesnake.
But I didn't attack my countrymen, Your Honor. My attack was against foreigners.
A foreigner, Mr. Kirby, deems a citizen of another country. High school basketball players you framed on false bribery charges are not citizens of another country.
Well, I made a mistake.
You, Kirby, made the fatal mistake of giving way to blind, unreasonable hatred. You fed your desire for power by discriminating against minorities, and you used your money and influence to corrupt, to murder, to become a traitor to your country. Vincent Kirby, justice will be well served when I, with the power vested in me by this state, sentence you and your accomplices to die in the electric chair for the crime of murder.
Here's the story, Chief. Vincent Kirby and his 2 agents, Joe McMillan and Fargo, got death sentences.
And, well, they deserved it, too.
And the other members of the White Carnation got 20 years each.
Good. Well, what about the other character, Lois, the chairman of the school board?
Mr. Mortimer?
Oh, he's out of a job, Chief, for playing into Kirby's filthy hands.
Swell. Now, don't forget that when you're writing the story.
Oh, I didn't forget it, Chief. It's already in my story.
And that gambler, the one Kirby paid to testify he bribed the high school basketball players?
Got 5 years.
Fine. Well, that washes the whole thing up. Now, will you both please forget the Kirby story for a moment and listen to me? Something very important has just come up.
Really?
What is it, Chief?
Well, here it is. Now, you 2 remember Hobie Taylor, don't you?
Hobie Taylor?
Oh, yes, he was one of our foreign correspondents.
Oh, that's right. Say, didn't he die a year or 2 ago?
He didn't just die, Lois.
What?
What do you mean he didn't just die?
I mean, he was murdered.
Murdered?
Yes, he was murdered in Sweden just before the war ended by Nazi Gestapo men.
Good heavens.
Why, Chief?
He was killed to prevent him from releasing a story he'd been following for months. A story he assured me would affect the future of the whole world after the war ended.
No kidding.
Great Scott, why have you kept this secret?
Because I didn't want to take a chance of endangering Bucky.
Who's he?
Who's that?
Well, Bucky is Hobie's young son. A fine little fellow who I met a couple of times in Europe. You see, Mrs. Taylor had died many years ago, so Hobie took the boy with him wherever he went.
And now he has no father or mother.
Poor kid. How old is he, Chief?
Let's see, he'd be about 13 now, I think.
I see. But look, Chief, what was this story Hobie had?
Well, frankly, even I don't know what the story was, because Hobie was shot just as he was about to give it to me over the transatlantic telephone.
Uh-oh.
Good grief.
But from something he said before, I'm quite sure that his son Bucky knows at least something about it.
Well, but, Chief, why didn't you send for the boy right away? I mean, as soon as Hobie was...
Well, for the simple reason that Bucky disappeared immediately after his father's death.
I see.
And it wasn't until a couple of months ago that I was able to trace him through the Displaced Persons Bureau, who found that he'd been taken to a German concentration camp.
A 13-year-old youngster.
That's right.
Well, he wasn't the only youngster in a German concentration camp, Lois, but go on, Chief. What then?
Well, the boy had managed to escape from the camp and wandered over half of Europe dodging the Nazis.
Sounds like a game kid.
Yes. Well, I made arrangements to have him sent over here immediately, of course, and he's arriving today on the Nautilus.
Today?
Yes, within an hour. Now, naturally, I'm very happy about that, and I'm going to do all I can to provide a good home for him.
Sure you
And I'm
are.
also hoping that he can give us more of the big story that his father died for.
Uh-huh.
So you two get right down to the pier. Pick up Bucky and then bring him here.
Okay.
I'll run out and buy some things for him and have a big welcome ready.
Right.
Go on. Get started.
Practically all the passengers have already left the ship, Clark. But where's Bucky Taylor?
Can't imagine, Lois. Have to clear through this customs gate. We couldn't have missed him.
Oh, of course we couldn't. Look, the crew is leaving the ship now. That means all the passengers are off. What do you suppose is wrong?
I don't know. Look, here comes the ship's officer. Let's ask him.
All right, Clark.
Pardon me.
Yes, sir?
We're looking for one of the passengers, a young boy named Bucky Taylor. We were wondering if you could help us.
Did you say, sir?
Yes, that's right.
We know he was on the ship, and we couldn't have missed him. We were here when the Nautilus docked.
You're friends of his, are you?
Oh,
certainly
yes,
are.
very good
Then
friend.
I'd advise you to speak to Captain Barker.
Captain Barker?
Why? What's wrong?
Well, there's quite a bit wrong, sir, but I'm not at liberty to discuss it. You'll have to see the captain.
Puzzled and alarmed, Clark Kent and Lois Lane start up the gangplank of the Nautilus to interview the captain. What is wrong? We'll be back in a moment with the startling climax of today's episode. So stand by.
Hey, you ready, fellas? Here we go with the details of that He-Man special collection I was talking about a few minutes ago. It's a humdinger, believe you me. Now, for you fellas, Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine cereal, has a big silver-like keychain that you'll be proud to wear. And there are 12 nifty lucky pieces you can attach to it. And in the package, when you receive your first order, you'll find a printed slip with names and pictures of all the 12 lucky pieces on it. Now, here's how you can get the lucky pieces. For each one, send one Pep box top and one dime, plus the names of the lucky pieces you want, to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. And remember, gang, print your names and your addresses very plainly on your order and send it to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan.
When young Bucky Taylor failed to disembark from the liner Nautilus, Clark Kent and Lois Lane were advised by a ship's officer to see Captain Barker. We join them now in the captain's quarters.
Why were we told to come to your quarters, Captain Barker? Why is everyone so mysterious? What's happened to Bucky Taylor?
Take it easy, Lois. Apparently something serious has occurred.
You're quite right, Mr. Kent. Something most serious has occurred since this boy, young Taylor, came aboard my ship at Plymouth.
Yes, well?
Where is he now?
I don't know, Miss Lane.
What?
You don't know.
No, Mr. Kent. You see, Bucky Taylor has disappeared.
Shocked, utterly speechless for a moment, Clark Kent and Lois Lane stare at the grave-faced captain who has just said that Bucky Taylor has disappeared from the giant ocean liner. How could the boy have disappeared? What has happened to the youngster who is supposedly in possession of a story of world-shaking importance? A story for which his father was murdered. We'll learn more tomorrow when Superman goes into action on one of the most exciting and mysterious adventures of his career. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine cereal. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
And now, faster than a speeding bullet, Condensed Bat-Supe proudly presents Chapter 2 of The Man Without a Face, as originally broadcast on March 19th, 1947.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman. Today, Clark Kent and Lois Lane encounter more mystery, which indicates that young Bucky Taylor may have been the victim of dark international intrigue.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal Dan McCullough. Say, how's that new collection coming along? It's an exciting one, believe you me, so don't any of you boys and girls miss up on this wonderful fun. Now, I'm going to tell you girls first how to get started on yours, but you fellas stick around, and in a few minutes I'll get to you. Now, for you girls, Kellogg's Pep has a shiny, silver-like charm bracelet, a keen-looking bracelet, and 12 nifty charms to go with it. Isn't that swell? And now, here's how you get it. You got a pencil and paper handy? For the bracelet only, you send one box top from Super Delicious Pep and 10 cents, that's a dime in cash, to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's just for the bracelet, but of course you'll want those bright, shiny charms to go with it. And there are 12 to choose from. A nifty small-scale model of a trolley car, and a piano, a cuckoo clock, a locomotive, a violin, and a telephone, among others. And in the package with your first order, well, you'll find a printed slip with names and pictures of all the 12 charms. I bet you when you see them, you'll want to keep ordering until your collection is complete. Now, here's how to get started on your charm collection. For each of the charms, send one Pep box top and one dime, plus the names of the charms you want to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's one dime and one Pep box top for each of the charms, and one dime and one Pep box top for the charm bracelet. Just remember, print your name and address clearly on all your orders, and mail them to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. And fellas, in just a few minutes, I'm going to give you the dope on what Kellogg's Pep has for you.
And now, the adventures of Superman. Deep mystery tinged with international intrigue shrouds the disappearance of a young war orphan named Bucky Taylor, son of a Daily Planet correspondent who was murdered by Nazi spies just before the war's end. Bucky became the charge of editor Perry White, and after arranging for the boy's passage back to America, White revealed the secret clouding his correspondent's death when he told Clark Kent and Lois Lane.
Hobie Taylor, Bucky's father, had just finished gathering the facts for a story of world-shaking importance when he was murdered. But Hobie was too smart to be stopped that way. And my hunch is that his boy Bucky is in possession of a clue that'll lead us to Hobie's story.
When Bucky's ship was due to arrive, White sent Kent and Lois to meet the boy. But when they arrived at the dock, Bucky was not among the disembarking passengers. Alarmed, they went directly to the captain's cabin aboard the liner, where we find them now talking to the skipper, who, in reply to Kent's query, solemnly says,
I'm sorry to report, Mr. Kent, that young Bucky Taylor is not aboard this vessel.
How is that possible, Captain Barker? His name's on the passenger list.
Yes, I know, but...
Don't tell us he got off the ship before you came through customs.
Oh, no.
Well, what did happen, Captain?
Well, prepare for a shock.
For heaven's sake, what is it?
Easy, Lois. Go on, Captain.
Well, I don't quite know how to say this, but...
Bucky died at sea.
Oh, no, nothing like that, Miss Lane.
Well, then where in heaven's name is he? What's happened to him?
That's it, Mr. Kent. I don't know.
What?
You don't know.
Exactly. I don't know where he is. Nor do I know what's happened to the lad.
But that's impossible.
Nevertheless, it's the truth.
Now, wait a minute. Let's get this thing straightened out. Was Bucky Taylor booked on this ship, Captain Barker?
Yes, he was.
Then where is he now?
Please, Lois, let me get these questions answered, and maybe we'll know what's going on.
Okay, Clark, but the answers had better be pretty good, or the chief will make an international incident out of this.
My dear friends, I assure you there's no
Forget
cause
that,
for it.
Captain Barker. Let's get back to the mystery of Bucky Taylor's disappearance. You say he was booked for passage on this ship. Now, did he or did he not board this vessel before you sailed from Plymouth?
Yes, he did.
Good grief.
Bucky did board your ship, and yet he's not aboard. All right, when did he disembark?
I don't know.
Oh, now this is too much.
Lois, please. Now tell me this, Captain Barker. When did you first discover he wasn't aboard?
Our first night out.
First night?
Yes. You see, I was advised of the boy's identity.
and of the fact that he was the charge of your editor, Mr. Perry White. So I arranged for the boy to be seated at my table.
I see.
Naturally, I thought nothing of it when he failed to appear for lunch. The excitement of sailing might have been too much for him. But when he wasn't present at dinner, I became alarmed and sent a steward to look after him.
And then you learned he was missing?
Yes. That is, I learned he wasn't in his cabin. I ordered an immediate and thorough search of the ship. Every nook and corner of this vessel was gone into by all hands. But no trace of the lad could be found anywhere.
Good heavens. Is it possible that he could have gone overboard?
No. That's quite impossible without his being spotted by one or more of the deckhands on watch.
Well, then, as I see it, there's only one explanation left.
What's that, Clark?
That somehow, for some unknown reason, Bucky left the ship before it sailed from Plymouth.
That, Mr. Kent, is quite possible, and I might add the only reasonable answer.
But why? Why would he board the ship to sail for home, for America, and then suddenly leave the ship before it sails?
Well, that I don't know.
Nor do I.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Unless he was forced to do that.
Forced?
But by whom? And for what reason?
You remember what the chief told us, Lois, about Bucky's father?
Oh, you mean that
I don't know, Lois. I'm just guessing, so skip it, at least right now. Tell me, Captain, did you advise your home office of the boy's disappearance?
Indeed I did. I radioed the London office at once. They instituted an immediate investigation in Plymouth, our port of embarkation.
And?
Nothing. They could find absolutely no trace of the boy.
Oh, Clark, now this gets worse all the time.
Yes, and it looks more and more like what I hope it isn't.
I don't quite follow you, Mr. Kent.
Oh, forget it, please. I suppose there's nothing more we can do right now except report this to the chief.
Your editor, Perry White?
Yes, poor guy. How he's been building himself up to seeing that kid.
Yes, I understand. By the way, I suppose you'll want to take the boy's luggage with you.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, there isn't much of it, just one valise and an old typewriter.
Oh? His father's, I guess.
Yes, it must be. Battered old portable.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a steward get it out of the boy's cabin.
Oh, wait a minute. It's still in the cabin assigned to Bucky?
Why, yes, I had the door locked as soon as we learned of his disappearance.
Oh, well, if you don't mind, Captain, I'd like to have a look in there.
What for, Clark?
Oh, I don't know, just curious. How about it, Captain? Would that be too much trouble?
No trouble at all. I have the key here in my desk. I'll be glad to take you there.
Fine, let's go.
As I said, this door's been locked since the boy disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Well, the cabin will probably not appear very fresh.
Worse than that, I'm afraid.
I beg your pardon.
What do you mean, Clark?
You'll see, Lois. Go on, Captain. Open the door.
Very well. By Joe.
You see?
Someone's been in here.
That is an understatement.
Why, it looks like a tornado was swept through.
I can't understand this.
Pretty clear to me. Someone's gone through this cabin and everything in it with a fine-tooth comb.
And didn't miss a trick either. Look, pillows torn apart and the mattress is ripped open. The bureau drawers are all pulled
Look
out.
at that suitcase. Every inch of lining has been pulled out of the inside of it.
But who? Why?
Obviously, somebody was looking for something he expected to find in Bucky's luggage.
And ripped everything but the paper off the wall.
Everything but the typewriter. Look, it's open.
Well, what do you suppose whomever it was trying to find?
Clark, do you think it could have been the same?
Maybe yes, then again maybe no. Captain Barker, I think you should report this to the police at once.
You're quite right, Mr. Kent.
And while you're doing that, Miss Lane and I will collect young Taylor's effects and pack them as best we can for transportation to Mr. White.
Very good. I'll join you in a moment.
Thank you, Captain. Quick, Lois, close the door. Please, do as I say. Close the door.
There. Now, why all the hush-hush?
Have you forgotten the importance of the story Bucky's father was working on when he was murdered by Nazi spies?
Good heavens. Do you think that...
Yes, but they didn't get what they were looking for.
How do you know?
Because Hobie, who probably anticipated something like this, hid it too well. Look. See that thin outline on a square on the rubber roller of this typewriter?
Yes.
Now watch what happens when I pry it up with my penknife. Like this. There, you see?
Well, I'll be darned. Well, there's a folded piece of paper under it.
Right. And unless I miss my guess, Lois, that piece of paper is a clue that will lead us to Hobie's story. And, I hope, to whomever is holding young Bucky.
What is the message written on the piece of paper that was so cleverly concealed in the typewriter roller? Is it what Clark Kent expects it to be? We'll know in a moment when we return to the exciting climax of today's episode. So stand by.
Okay, fellas, this is it.
here's where I can tell you about the swell new collection you can start. Kellogg's Pep the Sunshine cereal has a super-duper keychain for you. A big silver-like He-Man chain that you'll be proud to wear. And there were 12 nifty lucky pieces you can attach to the chain. That's a collection that you'll want to get started on right away. So get yourself a pencil and paper. There's a lot to this offer. First off, you'll all want the keychain. Now, for the keychain only, send one box top from Super Delicious Pep and 15 cents, that's a dime and a nickel, to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's for the keychain only. And you'll want the lucky pieces, of course. And there are 12 all bright and shiny small-scale models of a football, binoculars, a skull and crossbones, a skate, a locomotive, and a trolley car, among others. And they're all nifties. Now, you see, this is a get-acquainted offer, and with your first order, you'll get a printed slip with the names and pictures of all the 12 lucky pieces on it. And you'll want to keep ordering them until your collection is complete. Now, here's how to start on your lucky piece collection. For each lucky piece, you send one Pep box top and one dime, plus the names of the lucky pieces you want, to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's one dime and one Pep box top for each of the lucky pieces, and for the keychain, 15 cents, that's a dime and a nickel, and one Pep box top. And be sure to print your name and address plainly on your order, and mail your letters to Superman, Department 1R, Battle Creek, Michigan.
As we continue now, Clark Kent has removed the slip of paper from its hiding place in the typewriter and is unfolding it as Lois Lane, her eyes wide with wonder, blurts out,
Clark Kent, how in the world did you know that paper was stuck where you found it? Certainly no one could see it without X-ray vision.
Oh, now, look, Lois.
And that reminds me. You indicated that you knew the condition of this cabin before Captain Barker even opened that door.
I did?
Yes, you did.
I was just guessing, I guess.
I don't know about that, Clark. It seems to me
Oh, now,
that
look
there
here,
can-
Lois. That's not important right now. Are you or are you not interested in the contents of this piece of paper?
Well, yes. Of course I
All right,
am.
then let's open
but-
it and see what it says.
Well, all right. But I'll come back to this some other time. Well, what does it say?
Nothing much, just a name and an address.
Name and address.
Philippe, 25 Rue Frontenac.
Rue Frontenac.
Yes.
Why, it sounds as if it must be Paris.
Sure, any other city in France.
Or in Quebec, Canada, for that matter, or Belgium.
Well, Canada's ruled out. It must be in Europe because that's where Hobie was working. Well, my guess is this place is somewhere in France.
Even at that, it isn't much of a clue. France is a big country, you know. Lots of territory to cover.
I can cover it pretty fast, though.
You can what?
Never mind. Come on, Lois. Let's get out of here.
But Clark, aren't you getting into the taxi with me?
No, Lois. You zip back to the planet and report the story of Bucky's disappearance to the chief.
And what, may I ask, are you going to do? Take a trip to France, maybe, to track down that clue?
Could be, Lois. Could be.
What? Now look here, Clark.
Daily Planet driver, and make it fast.
As the taxi bearing Lois Lane drives off, Clark Kent ducks into a narrow space between two buildings. There, he quickly rips off his street clothes and stands revealed as Superman.
Now for a quick trip to France to find this mysterious Philippe at 25 Rue Frontenac. And I hope I'm not too late to find young Bucky Taylor. Up! Up! And away!
Zooming up into a cloudless blue sky, Superman takes a bearing from the sun, then, veering sharply, rockets eastward across the Atlantic. Will the Man of Steel be successful in locating the mysterious Philippe mentioned on the paper, so cleverly hidden by the murdered foreign correspondent? And if so, will he then be able to find the young orphan Bucky Taylor before the forces that took his father's life do away with him, too? There is much mystery and intrigue woven into the thrilling episodes that follow in this new and exciting story, gang. So don't miss a minute of it. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow. Same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
It's time for a Condensed Bat-Supe Extra Helping, because sometimes something too good to be true turns out to be just about the worst thing that could happen. This time, we'll learn about publicity and advertising at the feet of a master. Join us as Sid Ryan puts all of his considerable talents to work to pull off the parade in this episode of X-1 from May 1st, 1955.
Countdown for a blast-off. X-5, -4, -3, -2, X-1. Fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come transcribed tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future. Adventures in which you'll live in 1,000,000 could-be years on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company presents X-1. If you wanted to take over our world with a minimum amount of resistance and trouble, how would you go about it? Tonight we'll tell you how, with a strange and chilling story by George Lefferts, The Parade.
You are Mr. Sid Ryan.
The same.
My name is Luchar. I am a Martian.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. What was that again?
A Martian.
As in Orson Welles?
Precisely.
I'm a Rotarian myself. Sit down.
Thank you.
Now that we've had our little joke, Mr. Luchar, what can Publicity Associates do for you?
I am interested in obtaining publicity. It has been my observation that advertising and publicity are the very backbone of earthly civilization.
Spoken like a true Martian, Mr. Luchar. Now, if you'll tell me the name of the client.
The client, of course, will be the Martians.
You don't give up, do you?
Give up?
The gag, I mean. Oliver.
Yes, Mr. Ryan?
This is Mr. Luchar.
Oh, how do you
Mr. Luchar claims to be a Martian. Take him outside, will you, Oliver?
I am happy to see, Mr. Ryan, that my telling you I am a Martian has approximately the effect I guessed it would. I believe we can do business. I have here cash retainer of $5,000.
Oliver, take a look at that wad of lettuce.
It's the real stuff, Mr. Ryan.
And my client is prepared to spend many times that amount.
Sit down, Mr. Luchar. Oliver, get the client a cigar, the 50-cent box.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, now, what can I do for you, sir?
I wish you to manage a publicity campaign. A very large and important campaign.
Is the product established, or is it something brand new?
Something quite new. Now, what would you judge the most effective type of campaign?
Well, if the client has a lot of dough to throw around, a suspense campaign is best. First, you place ads in the paper saying, "Watch this space." Then about a week later, you run an ad saying XYZ or PDQ, and you get people guessing what it means. Then finally, when you've teased them enough, you bust loose and unveil the product.
Excellent. We will conduct a suspense campaign.
Of course, in this kind of campaign, secrecy is very important. Once the name of the product leaks out, it spreads like wildfire, and the whole campaign is kerfloppo.
Quite so, quite so. The utmost secrecy.
You realize, of course, these things cost like crazy.
Would, say, $1 million cover expense?
Come again?
I said, would $1 million cover it?
Why, yes, I am at... You did say $1 million.
I understood that you have handled some very large accounts. Of course, if this is too big...
No, not at all, not at all. As a matter of fact, I seldom touch anything less. Right, Oliver?
Huh? Oh, of course. That's right, Mr. Ryan. Absolutely right. Yes, sir.
You will begin, then, by saturating the newspapers, the radio, the streetcars with a very simple statement.
What's that?
I will write it on a card. Here you are.
The Martians are coming. Say, that's not a bad teaser. Got that, Oliver?
Yes, sir.
The next ad will read, June 1st is Martian Day.
June 1st is Martian Day.
What happens on June 1st?
The parade takes place.
What parade?
I wish you to arrange a parade up Fifth Avenue.
You mean like the Macy Parade?
Exactly. Except that the theme will be the world of tomorrow, the Martian world. My client would like it to be a gay affair. Balloons, clowns, pennants, pretty drum majorettes.
Say, that sounds terrific. I might be able to interest the department stores in a tie-in.
Fine. The parade will climax the campaign. On June 1st, the product will be unveiled.
Good enough. By the way, Mr. Luchard, just what is the product? What are we selling?
Oh, no, Mr. Ryan. Secrecy, remember?
Yeah, but after all...
Mr. Ryan, all will be revealed to you in good time. For the moment, let us say that we are selling a concept.
A concept?
The concept of invasion from Mars.
Sorrel Talent Agency.
Sammy Sorrel, please.
This is Sammy.
This is Sid Ryan over at Publicity Associates. Listen, Sammy, how you fixed for midgets?
I got midgets.
Fine, I need 40 midgets for a parade. 40. June 1st. And listen, Sammy, I want them dressed in little spacesuits.
In little...
You know, like men from Mars.
Mars.
Okay? And I want some movie extras, maybe 50 of them.
50.
Also rigged up like men from Mars. Make them look gruesome. Got that?
Gruesome.
Also, I need some horses with pretty girls on top of them. Maybe you can get that bunch from Maroney's Traveling Circus, the one we booked for the Fireman's Parade in Albany last year.
I'll try, Sid.
Never mind the expense. Just get me the talent.
It sounds like you landed a big client there. Who is it?
It's a secret. I gotta hang now. Call me back, Sammy.
Right.
How you doing, Oliver?
Oh, fine, Mr. Ryan, just fine. I got 100 small boys pasting little stickers. The Martians are coming on the subway platforms.
Good.
We got full-page ads in all the dailies.
Good.
And 10-second spot announcements on every local station.
Good.
It's costing a fortune.
Good. The more it costs, the bigger our percentage. Spend like you were going to the electric chair, Oliver.
Yes, sir. How are you making out in the parade?
If it comes off, it'll be the biggest thing since Bonham invented the midget. I've got Macy's, gimbals, and sacks to contribute floats. Everything is built around the Martian theme, see? Even the horses will have long feelers attached to them and funny-looking extra legs. It'll be sensational.
That sounds fine, only...
Only what?
Mr. Ryan, we don't even know what we're selling.
Oliver, my boy, do you think old Sid Ryan has been sitting here spending all this moolah and not putting two and two together?
You mean you know who Luchar represents?
Just by accident, understand? I have learned that Century Pictures is making a big new epic. One of those expensive pictures they make in secret and then spring on the public because they don't want the other studios to get the jump on them.
What's the picture?
A space opera titled Invasion from Mars. Get it?
Oh, I begin to see.
Also, by mere coincidence, it's supposed to have its premiere sometime around June 1st. You follow me?
Yes, but, Mr. Ryan, Century has an exclusive contract with New Feature Syndicate for all their publicity.
Suppose Century Pictures doesn't like the way New Features is handling their stuff. They want to get out of the contract, but New Feature says no, so they have to get around the contract. A man named Luchar, client unknown, starts publicizing the Martian invasion. Need I go further?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Ryan. Sounds pretty far-fetched to me, but I don't know.
That's what I like about you, Oliver. You're so innocent. Now, let me talk to Commissioner Patrick, please. Sid Ryan.
Hello.
Commish, Sid Ryan.
Oh. How are you, Ryan?
Fine.
What is it this time? You want to drop a man off the Empire State Building into a teacup full of water? The answer is no. Also, we're not arresting any fan dancers.
You know I don't handle fan dances. I want a permit for a parade. June 1st, 5th Avenue. It's a Sunday. There's no traffic.
Now, look, Ryan,
Macy's gets a permit. Gimbals gets a permit. The American Legion gets a permit. The Sons of Erin march every time Morton Downey sings the Wearing of the Green. Oh, don't give me a hard time, Patrick. This is too big. I have the 5th Avenue Merchants Association behind me.
Okay, Ryan. Fill out the forms. I'll pass them along to the license commissioner.
That's my boy.
By the way, what's the occasion for this parade?
Oh, don't you read the papers, Patrick? June 1st is Martian Day.
How is the campaign going, Mr. Ryan?
Like wildfire, Mr. Luchar, like wildfire. Everybody and his brother is going along with the gag. Yesterday, we distributed 50,000 Martian hats to school kids. I got some of the merchants doing World of Tomorrow displays in their windows. Every big novelty manufacturer in town is climbing on the bandwagon. They want to get into the parade with floats, giveaways, anything. Everybody smells a buck to be made. I wouldn't be surprised if the mayor himself declared Martian Day. I've even arranged for Commissioner Patrick to accept a $50,000 check for the Policeman's Benevolent Fund from the man from Mars. Oh, it's terrific, terrific. My blood pressure's up to 200.
Excellent.
I understand Century Pictures spent over $1 million making that space opera.
I beg pardon?
Oh, come, Mr. Lucha. Sid Ryan wasn't born yesterday, you know. I know who our client is, even if you don't admit it.
You do?
Always thinking that's me.
Well, as long as you know, let's keep it to ourselves, shall we, Mr. Ryan? As you once remarked, when these things leak out, it destroys the surprise and ruins the effectiveness of the campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ken Daly speaking to you from our portable transmitter atop the reviewing stand for the much-heralded Martian Parade on Fifth Avenue. It's a beautiful sunlit day here in New York, a perfect day for a parade, and the streets are packed with thousands of spectators all eager to find out what this is all about. There's an air of shrill expectancy. Some of the kids and their parents have been camped on the curbstone since early this morning to be sure of ringside seats when the so-called Martians pass by. I've just had word from Saul Brown up at Central Park Mall that the Martians have landed from big pink balloons. And now, while we're waiting for the arrival of the parade, we brought some people up to our microphone to tell you their reactions to this most spectacular of all publicity stunts. That's right, come on. What's your name, madam?
Miss Ada Shackley.
A little louder, please.
Miss Ada Shackley.
And where are you from, Mrs. Shackley?
Columbus, Ohio.
I see. And I see you have your family with you, too. Two little curly-headed blonde boys. Are you in New York on vacation?
We came for the Shriners Convention with their daddy.
What do you think of Martian Day, Mrs. Shackley?
Well, it all seems very strange to me, but the boys have been pestering me to watch it, so we've been standing here 2 hours. I can't make head or tail of it.
Well, neither can a lot of other people, Mrs. Shackley. But judging by the thousands here today, there's a lot of curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat, folks say.
Well, let's hope not. Thank you, Mrs. Shackley.
Mr. Ryan's here.
Ryan, right. And this is Mr. Sid Ryan, ladies and gentlemen, the publicity man who's the brains behind the Martian Day stunt. Hello, Sid.
Good morning, Kenneth.
Easy, not so close to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Sid, you've certainly lifted the lid this time.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Sid, there's been a great deal of speculation as to exactly what all this is leading up to. I've heard some folks say it's a big war bond drive. Others think it's just to stimulate local business. And, look, I understand in the trade itself, the smart money says you're building for the premiere of Century's forthcoming extravaganza, Invasion from Mars. Now, come clean. Can you tell us what the real story is?
Ken, I'd like to, but honestly, I can't.
Oh, man of mystery, eh? Are you going to watch the parade from the stand here?
No, Ken, I can't stand noise. I'm going out to my office and watching comfort.
Well, thank you, Sid Ryan, and good luck. And here they come, ladies and gentlemen. The first units of the big Martian parade, swinging down Fifth Avenue with fanfare, colored streamers, music, confetti, floats, all the trappings of a Mardi Gras. And here in the vanguard is a whole troop of little midgets in weird-looking pink and blue spacesuits, carrying Rube Goldberg weapons with signs painted on them. Let's see, I can read one which says, Atomic Blaster. Another one has a placard reading, We're Martian through Georgia. And here come the clowns, laughing and falling all over each other. They're giving free sugar candy to the kids along the way. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a happy, laughing crowd along Fifth Avenue today. A true reflection of the great sense of humor and good nature that makes America the place it is. This is promised as the climax of the show. And Now a great hush has fallen over the crowd. It's quite a sight to see these thousands of people standing here expectantly, hearing only the great regular sigh of their mass breathing. And now here they come, ladies and gentlemen. The Martians, marching in booted, helmeted ranks, row after row of them. My, this is an impressive sight, ladies and gentlemen, and a rather serious contrast to the rest of the joyous slapstick parade we've witnessed. There are perhaps, 200 tall, broad-chested men dressed in metallic gray spacesuits with thick glass visors drawn across their faces. Each is holding an ominous-looking ray gun at the ready position. They're marching in absolute silence, keeping step perfectly, as though some mute, unspoken command were marking time for them. The crowd seems rather grim and serious now. Perhaps they're reminded of the actuality of war and possible invasion. They stand solemnly, silently, watching. Even the children are awed. And now the first ranks of the Martians are moving past us down Fifth Avenue toward the reviewing stands at the square. No one moves. What's that? What's happening? There, a woman, ladies and gentlemen. She dashed out into the street. For what reason, I don't know. She attempted to lift the visor of one of the Martian spacesuits, but just as she reached the Martian, she fell forward in a dead faint. I tell you, I've never felt such mass tension in a crowd as we're experiencing here right now, today. All sorts of rumors have begun filtering back through the audience. There are excited whispers of she's dead, she fainted, and now an undercurrent of, what? They're really Martians. This is an example of how a single incident can precipitate mass hysteria, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, it's a mighty reassuring sight to see the blue uniforms of New York's finest spaced every 10 feet or so along the avenue. Somehow, I can't explain it, this incident has begun to work on what was a moment ago a happy, carefree crowd, and the complexion is changing.
Did you see that? A woman fainted.
Of course I saw it.
What do you suppose she saw?
Oliver, old man, did I ever tell you were too naive for this business?
But that young woman ran out into the streets to get a close look at the Martians, and then she screamed and fainted dead away.
I'm well aware of that, Oliver, since I paid her $50 to do it.
What?
The dramatic moment, Oliver, the stock and trade of the good publicity, man. Relax.
Holy smokes, you sure think of everything.
Yeah, for my share of this deal, roughly $100,000, I can afford to think of everything. Shut the window.
Don't you want to see the finish?
We'll go down to the reviewing stand for the finish. Right now, I want to make a phone call. By the way, where's Lucha?
I haven't seen him.
Well, he'll be around.
Boy, those Martians sure look like the real thing.
How would you know the real thing if you saw it, Oliver?
Well, gee, I don't know.
Close the window, Oliver.
Oh, yes, Mr. Ryan.
Sorrel's Talent Agency.
Sammy, this is Sid Ryan.
Say, listen, Sid, I was going to call you. I'm awful sorry about those Martians.
What do you mean sorry? They're terrific.
No, don't joke, Sid. I mean it.
Well, I mean it, too. They're great, great.
Are you in the bag?
Never felt better.
You mean it, don't you?
Of course I mean it. What is this?
There are Martians in the parade?
About 150. Of course, I only ordered 50, but
Sid.
under the circumstances...
Sid.
Well, what is it?
Sid, don't you know? I couldn't get you a single movie extra. There's a studio strike in New York. I was going to call you, but I figured...
Hey, wait a minute. Where'd these guys come from if you didn't hire them?
I don't know. Maybe Oliver.
Oh, hold on. Oliver?
Yes, Mr. Ryan?
Did you hire those Martians?
No, sir,
Sammy, this is on the level, isn't it?
Honest, Sid,
Okay, Sammy, I'll call you back.
What's the matter, Mr. Ryan?
I don't know. I just don't know. I've got to locate Lucha. What's Century Pictures number?
Mr. Ryan, this is Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Well, get me their publicity director, Marty Sanford, at home.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
3, 2, 4. Here you are.
Thanks.
Sanford.
Marty, this is Sid Ryan.
Oh, hello, Sid. How's the big
Fine,
promotion?
fine. Listen, Marty, this is dead serious. On the level. Get it?
What's wrong?
I've got to locate Lucha.
Lou who?
Lucha, come on now, Marty. This is life and death. The guy you sent over to hire me for the invasion picture.
Invasion picture?
Invasion from Mars, the space opera.
Are you batty?
Marty.
That picture was shelved last month.
What?
Sure, back in the can. Too expensive and too fantastic. The big shots decided you can't sell a Martian invasion to the American public. And I never heard of a guy named Luke.
Mother heaven.
What is it, Mr. Ryan? You look terrible.
That's too fantastic.
What's too fantastic, Mr. Ryan? Is something wrong?
Open that window. I want another look at those Martians.
Yes, sir.
Look at them. Oliver, you were in the Army. Could 150 movie extras learn to march like that in, say, 24 hours?
Not in 24 days, Mr. Ryan.
Not a second's hesitation. Not one other step. Look at the way they carry those ray guns at the ready. The only other time I've seen troops march like that was in a film of the Nazi storm troops marching through the streets of Paris. See those chests, Oliver? That's pride. Sheer, arrogant pride. Look at those chins. That's contempt. Nobody could act like that.
Mr. Ryan!
Oliver, get down there. Find that woman who fainted. Her name's Gloria Montex. Get her up here. Make it fast.
Here she is, Mr. Ryan. I can't get much sense out of her.
Stay away from me.
Gloria, it's me, Sid Ryan.
Oh, don't kid me. You're a Martian.
Gloria, settle down.
No, you're wearing a mask.
Baby, it's me, Sid.
And underneath, it's awful. It's all big green eyes and those feelers like a catfish.
Baby, snap out of it. Listen, what happened down there? You ran out and screamed like I told you, but the fainting, that wasn't in the act.
Oh, go away, please. Go away.
What'd you see?
Oh, no, please. It's too awful. Please, please.
Just one question, baby. Inside that helmet, what'd you see?
You won't get anything out of her, Mr. Ryan. She needs a doctor.
Okay, Oliver, I've heard enough anyway. You take care of Gloria here. Get her a drink.
Where are you going?
To see the commissioner. We gotta stop this parade before things begin to happen.
Okay, Ryan, what's the beef?
Listen, Patrick, I don't know what it is, see, but something's wrong. You gotta stop that parade.
I suppose you'd like the riot squad. That would get you a front-page spread on every paper in town. Honest, you publicity guys give me a pay.
This may be a matter of life and death.
Oh, sure. Look, Ryan, I've got no time for your cheap publicity gags. I'm a busy man.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you I don't know where these Martians came from, who they are, anything about them. All I want you to do is stop the parade and make sure they're on the level.
Ryan, I'm wise to your tricks. If you let the sergeant show you out...
You won't do it, huh? An honest citizen appeals for protection and you refuse it.
I most emphatically do. Now beat it.
All right, Patrick. I'll go right to the mayor's office. I'll have you busted flatter than a fried egg.
Go ahead. I'm sure His Honor will be glad to toss you out on that phony nickel-plated skull of yours.
You heard me, Ryan. You cannot see the mayor.
Adolf, please. This isn't a gag. I don't want publicity. All I want to do is maybe prevent something horrible from happening.
In case you don't know it, wise guy, something horrible is already happening. A couple hundred little kids are in the hospital with ptomaine poisoning from that phony Martian candy you passed out. Or didn't you know?
I didn't. We've got to stop that parade.
Sure, you'd like nothing better than to start a panic now. Maybe a few hundred people would get trampled to death. Think of the newspaper space that would get you and your product.
I won't stand for this, Adolf.
You won't have to, because you're going to get out of here right now. Go on, beat it. Get out. You and your publicity stunts make me sick to my stomach.
Oliver! Oliver, where are you? Oliver! Oliver!
It is useless
What?
to scream at him, Mr. Ryan. Your friend is quite dead.
Lucha.
He wanted to run to the police with some story about a Martian invasion. I found it necessary to restrain him.
Restrain him, you stinking murderer.
Now, Mr. Ryan, collect yourself. After all our planning, it wouldn't do to have everything spoiled, now would it?
Lucha, start talking and talk fast, because when you get through, I'm going to take you apart piece by piece. What's this all about?
But surely you know, Mr. Ryan, after all, you've been publicizing it for months.
Listen, you...
Please, do not interrupt. You see, before colonizing your planet, we Martians sent advanced scouts to study your habits, your weaknesses. We found that the people on Earth are predominantly conditioned by advertising and publicity, and so... we conceived the idea of treating our entire invasion as a vast publicity stunt. Clever, huh? After all, Mr. Ryan, who would suspect an invader who advertised his invasion in the newspaper, invited the public to his surprise attack, and spent millions publicizing his plans?
Holy jumping catfish.
You've done very well.
Then there was no product.
Ah, but there is a product. The product is death.
What are you trying to do, Lucha?
We Martians are a humane people, Mr. Ryan. We do not like to destroy thousands where a few hundreds would suffice. In exactly 2 minutes, our troops will treat the world to a spectacle of death, which will bring the rest of your planet to its knees in horror. Nations will clamor to surrender.
Perhaps, Mr. Lucha, but not if I can help it. You...
Yes, please.
Operator, this is Mr. Ryan. Get me the field telephone on the reviewing stand of the Martian Day Parade. Hurry.
Anyone in particular?
Just hurry.
Reviewing stand, Sergeant Cassidy.
Get me Commissioner Patrick.
Hello.
Hello.
You'll have to talk louder.
I want Commissioner Patrick.
Oh.
Patrick!
Wait a minute. Things are quieting down. Now, what was it you wanted?
This is Ryan. I have to talk to the commissioner. It's a matter of life and death.
I'm sorry, you can't talk to him now. The chief Martian is presenting the PBA check to him. The Martians are going to fire a salute.
Listen, you got to stop him.
What?
Stop him!
I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan.
You idiot! The works is going...
This is the operator. I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan, you've been cut off. I can't seem to get them back.
Doesn't matter, operator. Nothing matters now.
Tonight, X-1 has brought you The Parade, an original story written by George Lefferts. Featured in the cast were Joseph Curtin as Ryan, Joe DeSantis as Luchar, Alexander Scorby as Daly, Agnes Young as the woman, Ellen Deming as Gloria, John Thomas as Oliver, Arthur Anderson as Sammy, Wendell Holmes as the Commissioner, and William Keane as Sanford. Your announcer, Don Pardo. X-1 was directed by Fred Way and is a transcribed NBC Radio Network production. Next week, the tables turn. Instead of Martians invading Earth, we bring you a tale of men invading Mars. Ray Bradbury's brilliant short story entitled Mars is Heaven. Suppose you were a member of the first rocket ship crew to land on Mars, but instead of seeing Martians, you find that you've landed in a town that looks just like home, that all your dead relatives and friends are there to greet you, so that as incredible as it may seem, you think you're really in heaven. That is, you think so, right up to the fatal moment, the moment of X-1.
Well, that wraps up this episode of Condensed Bat-Supe and the first 2 chapters of The Man Without a Face from The Adventures of Superman. Thank you for listening. Be sure to tell your friends to subscribe to Bat-Supe on their favorite podcatcher, but we can also be found on YouTube and Facebook. We'll see you next time for another exciting edition of Condensed Bat-Supe as we bring you more of The Man Without a Face and another fine extra helping. Until then, up and away!
Truth is stranger than fiction, and this is the proof. This is Ripley's. Believe it or not.
Theater-goers and playwrights alike had a long wait between seasons during part of the reign of Queen Marie Anne of Spain. Because she considered her son, the 4-year-old King Charles II, too young to understand such things as theatrical drama, the Queen closed every theater in the country. Her reason was simple. If the King of Spain couldn't go to the theater, then the King's subjects shouldn't go to the theater either. Believe it or not.